the muffler Ryan Bruckner. I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan, and this is Squared Circle Cinema. Rate and review us on iTunes. Good or bad, we'd appreciate it.
I'd settle for a 1-star review.
Absolutely. Just acknowledge us, please, people.
That helps us.
It helps us to help you.
Yeah.
I know how much you want us to continue this shit.
Well, hey, I actually decided on an end date for our podcast.
What?
For when this will be over.
Are you... What the hell is the matter with you? Are you kidding me?
It's a while away. Like, we'll still be doing it for a while, but I have an end date.
Oh, that is terrible. I don't want to hear it. That is so morbid of you.
Well, hold on. It's a good... I think it's a good ending point here.
A good ending point. No one wants to know when they're gonna fucking die. Like, even if I'm like, yeah, I choose 92, that'd be great. But on your 92nd year, you'd be like, oh fuck,
I'd
boy,
be like, oh please, I'm old as shit.
What if like
can't do anything?
You know, there's a nurse that comes in and
sponges your
balls and stuff, and it feels kind of good. You know.
That's like your only...
And she's like a sweet nurse. I'm being
That's your only
here.
pleasure in life.
Well,
that's kind of sad. Well, what I was saying is, so TriStar Pictures has greenlit the Vince McMahon biopic.
Oh my God.
It's going to be called Pandemonium. And it's in pre-production right now. It just got greenlit.
No way!
And it's got some writers and a director lined
playing
up.
Vince?
They haven't cast anybody yet.
Who would be
but so let's say this movie
Robert De Niro?
This movie will probably come out in like 3 or 4 years, right?
What if Robert De Niro plays?
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna mainly be like his ascent to the heights of wrestling. So it'll be a younger Vince.
Well, that's a good story.
That's what I wanted to ask you: was who would you cast as the late 70s to mid 80s
WWF? He still has to deal with his father, so that's probably why they chose it, because that's the best story right there between the son and the father. And they got the same name. Don't say that name around me, but it's your name, Vince. Damn it. Okay, as a young Vince McMahon, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
I got the perfect one.
All right, Ryan Gosling.
No.
Yeah.
John Cena. John Cena should be Vince. He's buff. Like, Paul Rudd's a skinny bitch. You think he's going to pack on like 50 pounds of muscle to play Vince?
Sure.
Vince has always been buff.
He's been in action hero movies, all right? And this is a skinnier Vince McMahon.
He was Ant-Man. That's his only action hero movie.
John Stamos.
Too old.
What about George Clooney?
No.
Too old. George Clooney would be a good...
John Cena should
You're like, no, I already came up with the perfect answer. And
John
it's John Cena, Mike.
He knows the business. He knows Vince. It should be John Cena.
Okay, that's a pretty good...
He's already proven to be a great actor.
It should be Randy Orton. Are you kidding me? What about Steve Austin? Flip the script there. Damn you, Steve.
Well, maybe he could make
era.
a cameo as himself.
Who do you want? Okay, all right, fine. As a non-professional wrestling
what I'm saying is,
actor,
when this movie comes out in the theaters, we'll watch it. It'll be the final episode of this show.
Sounds like a snuff episode. Are we just gonna like kill ourselves then?
It's got not every podcast can last forever, especially one with this format.
Yeah, but they crank those movies out, man. This is a studio production. It's greenlit. It's going to be in theaters.
They
in
haven't
like 8
cast
months.
it yet. What if it just never even gets made?
Then we'll have to do this fucking pile of shit forever. That's the scariest thought of them all.
Yeah, so however long this shit takes. And hey, if we have like a lot more listeners by then we could keep it going.
Okay.
We could poll them on Twitter.
There you go.
But for right now, I'm calling it the end point.
All right.
Pandemonium. Released in 2022.
And it'll be just a hard out. So we might even start doing like weekly episodes, you know?
Yeah.
Just cranking them out, knowing the end is near, you know?
Oh, we gotta watch I couldn't even think. We haven't watched Mr. Nanny yet. We haven't watched 5 rounds 3.
Well, that number keeps growing and growing, man.
It certainly does. What number are we on this week?
We are on number 20 of 4,907. Hey, it's a big 20. Ding, 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 ding. Stay tuned. Starring Captain Lou Albano.
Another stretch. He plays a ring announcer.
Fine with me.
In one scene.
I just really wanted to see this movie again.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the movie, I have a few things to talk about, I guess.
Other than our own...
You watched wrestling the other day.
You want to talk about our mortality a little bit longer? This has been the most depressing episode ever, Ryan. I'm thinking about my death now.
Well, you should think about
and
that
I'm torn, okay? Because A, I want to see the Vince McMahon movie, so I hope it gets greenlit and made, and soon. And B, I like doing this, okay?
Well, I'm sorry to hurt you.
I'm just kidding. I'm miserable.
You
bring misery out of me, my friend.
You're always miserable. It's not just me.
I know. I'm kidding.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Is Tiny Lister a wrestler?
No.
But he did wrestle in matches.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
What?
To promote No Holds Barred.
No,
he had
no.
A match on Saturday night's main event.
That was the whole problem with No Holds Barred. They had a celebrity in the ring. That's why his SummerSlam 88 match didn't work. He's not a wrestler.
So being in a match doesn't make you a wrestler.
Correct.
He was in multiple matches, not just one.
Okay, would you call Karl Malone a wrestler?
Maybe
he's a wrestler.
I was asking for your opinion. I'm kind of on the fence.
I think I gave you.
If you have like
he's not a fucking wrestler.
If you have
not
a match,
I
don't know. I might consider you a wrestler. Like
he had a main event.
Lawrence Taylor was a main event. WrestleMania main eventer.
There you go. I would not call him. I wouldn't even consider him a wrestler. Of course, the first thing that pops in my mind when anyone says LT is WrestleMania 11 and Bam Bam Bigelow.
I don't know I feel like if you have a match, and from bell to bell, there's a match. You're in the ring. You perform, even if it's only once. I think you're a wrestler.
You mean like Jay Leno?
Yeah, Jay Leno's a wrestler.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah, there's hope for us.
So, okay, what about Vinny Pazienza?
Is he that guy from NYPD Blue?
No, that's John Turturro. Nicholas Turturro. That's Nicholas Turturro.
Who's Vinny Pazienza?
Vinny Pazienza was the special guest ring enforcer for the Brawl for All final between Butterbean and Bart Gunn at WrestleMania 15.
No.
He was between the ropes, and he was participated in an actual match.
No, you have to actually...
Which wasn't an actual match.
That wasn't even a wrestling match.
Yeah.
So, no way. But I don't consider any enforcers, any special
I'm going to look up Jay Leno, and it's going to say a retired professional wrestler. Jay Leno. I consider him
to be a wrestler.
Personally, I think
it's
the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
He wrestled a match.
It's too sentimental.
He wrestled a match. If you've had a match, you're a wrestler.
That's pretty cool.
That's the way I feel about it.
I kind of like
it's almost like a pro-choice versus pro-life type of thing.
Oh, let's
explain. If it's a fertilized egg, it's a person.
Oh, okay,
that's like my
Where
side.
does life begin?
And you're like, it doesn't begin until it comes out of the vagina. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
and then I'm of the pro-lifer.
It begins when the mom and dad fall in love. Whatever that was. The first time the wife touched his peppy. That's when life begins.
That's when life began for him.
The first time my mom touched my father's penis is the day I was born. Because that's fate, man. It's bound to happen.
That's an interesting
Lee
way
came
of
first,
looking
but
at it.
like,
so you're pretty old then.
You're
way older than
we thought. 1957.
Oh man.
No, just kidding.
When did your parents get married? What year?
78.
78?
Yeah.
And were they dating, courting for very long?
Yeah.
For how long?
During medical school.
So like 4 years?
At least.
Oh.
At least. So we're talking, early 70s, I want to say they met.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Just rock and roll, man. Hey,
yeah.
Who's that broad over there? Oh, that's Kathy with a K. Oh, all right. Tell her Ryan. Tell her Big Ryan says hi.
Oh, man.
Who's that guy with the salt and pepper hair over there? Oh, that? Yeah, that's Ryan. Well, it's John.
I'm going to touch his penis
one day. I'm gonna.
And that day is today.
I really want to touch that man's penis, Helen.
Oh, I hope your mom doesn't listen to this one.
No way in hell.
Did you watch the House of Horrors match?
Parts of it. That was terrible.
It was so
It was
ridiculous.
so fucking bad.
Why did
I
they
didn't
spend money on that?
I didn't sit through it. I couldn't make it.
They were just like breathing heavily in this shitty house.
Awful. And not only that, but first of all, it's like, okay, the camera guys are following Randy Orton into this house, and then it cuts to like B-roll footage. So it's like, is this a produced film, a short film, or is this like an actual match happening in real time? Awful.
And I kind of thought it would have been like, it would have worked if Bray would have set the house on fire.
Yeah, something in October that had it like more of a creepy tone than like whatever the fuck kind of psychological thriller they're going for.
What's worse, the House of Horrors or the projected bugs in the ring during that WrestleMania?
Only the House of Horrors, because at least the bugs was just a part of a match and it was quick. It was stupid, but it was like, oh, well, that's cool.
But it like didn't even do anything because Bray Wyatt lost that match.
No, it distracted Randy Orton.
I guess.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
Bray Wyatt is the most pathetic, scary guy of all time. He loses all his matches.
I'm saddened by that because it's a breathtaking, moving entrance.
It took so long for Undertaker to lose. For Bray Wyatt, it was like a couple months.
No, I thought it was a joke. Like I saw it, but then it's like as soon as Randy Orton's getting out of the car and he's like hesitating, like, where the hell am I? I'm like, oh fuck, he's acting shit. This is gonna be bad.
And then they go into the doll room with the scary dolls.
It was with the scary dolls hanging from the ceiling. That's when I'm like, okay. And I just turned it off.
So you didn't see how Bray Wyatt they also met in the arena.
Yeah. Well, they said that the match will end somehow within the arena, and this match will end back here. Yeah. Well, how does that make sense?
He knocked over a refrigerator on top of Randy Orton, and then he got in the limo, and then the house turned red. He should have set it on fire. Get him back for burning down his shack.
And something like that could work, but it's got to be in October. It's got to be in October for a pay-per-view. Yeah. And let's call Hell in a Cell fucking Halloween Havoc already. God damn it.
Yeah. I don't want to see another Hell in a Cell match for at least 5 years.
Our last podcast should be when we do color commentary of whatever the first Halloween Havoc is that comes back, because it's going to happen.
I don't know.
And then we die.
The next Raw branded pay-per-view has a unique name that's never been used before. Did you hear what it was?
No.
Great Balls of Fire.
What?
I could totally see Vince being like, you know that song? Great Balls of Fire. I love it.
How do you say no to that?
Okay,
like the guys,
we'll do it.
The guy with the idea like that was going to go next, like Kevin Dunn, is like,
we could do Halloween Havoc.
Well, that's fine.
No, we're gonna do Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of People, you don't get to see what Ryan's face does when he does Vince McMahon, but it is something stellar.
I watched the Scott Hall documentary on the network last night. Did you know he killed somebody?
Yeah, in a nightclub.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Early on.
Or maybe I heard that and I forgot about it. But
yeah, it was like, the hardest part. Damn it. I have a Razor Ramon inside of me, but I don't know. I can't do it.
Kind of sounds like you're Stallone.
And then I was at a nightclub and I stabbed that guy and he died. I can't believe
he shot the guy.
I shot the guy and I stabbed him. And I was like, I can't believe that. But it was self-defense.
Yeah, the guy was going to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, he shot him. That's right.
Yeah.
And this is before WWF.
Yeah,
he was
just a bouncer
training.
He was a bouncer
at
at a strip club.
Yeah, so this is like in the 80s.
Yeah,
the best. I think about that guy.
Those are his demons.
Sometimes, so I think. Yeah,
the documentary it's really kind of like a Dateline special. It was like all about like how did Scott Hall get his demons.
Yeah, it's not
has
new.
Like a weird
they
narrator.
Didn't just release that, did they?
It's on under the the Beyond the Ring, that category that they have.
Yeah.
It's on 2017, so it's new.
Hmm.
You know how they have the documentaries for each year, basically?
I feel like I've seen it.
I just watched it just now.
They released a bunch of primetime wrestling. I am excited about that. Thank you, WWE Network.
I did watch a Great American Bash 89 last night, too.
Mm-hmm.
They have a weird battle royal in it.
This man's going to be a father.
No, like, listen to this. I know you love battle royals. This one was weird.
He's going to raise a child into adulthood.
Shut it. Shut
He
it.
just says he saw the Great American Bash.
89.
What day was it? Like a Tuesday?
No, I watched it last night.
Okay.
While I was going to bed. I actually
well,
fell
at
asleep
least you were
watching
partying.
it.
You were partying at least.
There are 2 rings in this battle royal. Everybody starts in one ring.
This sounds like World War IV.
They have to throw the person into the next ring. And then the final 2 people in each ring have to have a match.
Wait a minute.
It was ridiculous.
Wait. So they had 2 rings out
yeah.
just for the sake of the battle royal?
Yeah, and it was the first match. They have 2 rings next to each other.
That's kind of
Everybody starts in one ring. They're eliminating people by throwing them into the other ring. So the last man standing in ring 1 fights the last man standing in ring 2.
Whoa. Wait, that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
I thought
wait a
you
minute,
would
wait
get
a
a
minute,
kick
wait a
out
minute.
of it.
Wait a minute. So wait, the guys that get eliminated into the other ring, they still have to have a battle royal.
They still have a battle royal.
So it's like a losers
two
battle
royals.
So
Yeah.
the dude that gets eliminated twice is like, fuck.
Yeah.
Not my day.
But then it ended up being Sid Vicious and Dan Spivey, and they're a tag team. So then they decided not to have a match because they're a tag team.
Oh, they didn't actually
so they
have
became
a match?
Yeah, they became like co-winners, even though it was billed to be that they were gonna fight.
That
and they were like, "Oh, they're tag team partners.
Bad
What's
finish.
gonna happen?"
Bad finish. Great concept for that battle royal. But then, like, the reason why it's such a great idea is because now you have a battle royal of the losers, and they have opportunity, like, for redemption. So, So it's like they're the huge underdog, and if the other guy puts him over, that would be awesome. You know, a good rags to riches.
And nobody was even like eliminating people on any other side of the ring. They were only like tossing them into the ring that was next door. It was ridiculous
because that was the only way you could.
It was very
him.
convoluted. I couldn't really put together
so
all
every
the
spot
logic.
they have to run. They have to like grab them over. Like okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong side.
I recommend at least watching that.
Was anyone eliminated?
I fell asleep after that.
Was anyone eliminated that like didn't make it into the other ring? Like that like hit the guardrail
No,
on the
everybody
floor?
made it to the second ring.
Huh. So, but even if they should have had like a spot where someone gets eliminated and they're like, no, he's not officially eliminated because
there was
he didn't fall into the ring.
They didn't do that. They didn't really do any near eliminations. But what they did do was like,
this sounds like good writing, poor execution.
The first 2 guys in ring B started immediately fighting.
Wow.
So they didn't wait for everybody to come over. Like you're in ring B, and if there's somebody else there, you guys got to start attacking.
Attack. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Man, how come the WWE never does something like that?
And you were trying to disparage me for talking about Great American Bash 89, but I brought it up for a reason because I knew that you would be interested.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now I feel terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, you're welcome. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Don't stay. Yeah. Stay tuned is the movie that we watched.
Stay tuned. Will Ryan ever forgive Mike? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. No, he won't.
I don't think he will.
Spoiler alert. He never will.
We'll be right back. Yeah, great movie. Loved it as a kid. Seen it about 10,000 times, I'd say, as a kid. Holds up.
I had the video, the VHS.
Yep. And it's one of the ones in circulation that I would rent regularly. So I didn't own it. But it was like that or Major League 2 I would rent like over and over and over. So I've worn that movie out.
Yeah. Starring Captain Lou Albano, Jeffrey Jones, the known child pornographer.
Yeah, I know. I looked into that a little bit more. It's pretty creepy.
So he had like child pornography and he tried to get like a 14-year-old boy to take nude pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you look at the guy and you're like, yeah, that's not too far-fetched.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
And then he didn't really work much after that, except for Deadwood.
Deadwood was after that?
Deadwood was like during, and they didn't fire him or anything. But yeah, I mean, he's a legend though. He was
in
Ferris Bueller.
Beetlejuice. For God's
Beetlejuice,
sakes.
Ferris Bueller. He's great in Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that because, like, I always loved that guy.
Yeah, it's like
it's weird.
I try to just put it out of my mind.
I know.
Like,
it's hard for me to talk about.
It's the same thing with Woody Allen. I put it out of my mind and still watch his films, but you can't deny that
exactly.
He's a creep.
Yeah. What are your thoughts with Roman Polanski?
Same thing. I'll still watch his movies.
I still will too.
If he got arrested, I wouldn't mind.
But like, yeah, I know. But like, Rosemary's Baby comes on, I'm like, that's a great movie.
Chinatown. I love Chinatown.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite movies.
It's just something like we don't talk about that here.
And there's just so much history tied to him. I mean, he's tied to the Manson murders, for Christ's sake.
Fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Remember when those rumors were going around on Mad Men that like maybe the girlfriend is actually Sharon Tate?
Oh yeah,
because she's wearing the iconic Star shirt. I was thinking like, oh my God, is she gonna get slaughtered? Holy shit!
That would be great.
Yeah, it would have been a better ending. I did not like the finale.
You didn't? I loved it.
I didn't like it.
Oh, I loved it.
Really? Why? Because he wrote the Coca-Cola theme.
Yeah.
He went back to his old ways.
Yeah, but then he also found some inner peace too. He was too busy thinking about ads while he was supposed to be meditating. I kind of like that.
God, I was thinking about that movie the other day. Yeah, I know. That's funny. Yeah. You're right, because John.
You're missing the point here.
Don, sorry. That's not what it's all about, man. you gotta
You're
let
commercializing
go
our movement, man.
And he's thinking about the next most iconic commercial of all time, the Coca-Cola spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember I thought he was going to jump off a bridge because that's what the opening credits allude to. And I wanted death. And I wanted like an Updike kind of Following the Rabbit series where we go all the way to his death. Like I wanted to see Don Draper as an old man.
Oh.
You know, that's why I love 6 Feet Under so much. Holy shit. Now that is the most satisfying conclusion.
Huh. Still sticks with me to this day.
We should title this episode "Spoiler Alert" for everything except stay tuned.
We spoil a lot in this show. I thought the score of this was pretty good. Actually, a little too good for the movie.
Well, I liked the opening number. It was kind of like Ed Wood or Mars Attacks kind of meets Superman kind of thing.
The dude that did the score, he did the score for Harry and the Hendersons.
Let me guess one. Okay.
Okay.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was 89? No, he didn't do Spaceballs.
Okay.
I kind of thought he did Police Academy when I was listening to it.
Yeah.
But he didn't do Police Academy. He did Harry and the Hendersons, Monster Squad. Let's see. The Rescuers Down Under. Stay tuned. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Oh, wonderful.
Homeward Bound. So I Married an Axe Murderer. He did Tombstone.
What? So he did Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Yeah.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kid was John Williams.
Day Out.
Bebe's Day Out. Oh, no, that's
Baby's Day Out.
That's Bebe's Kids.
Lost in Space.
Oh my God, the opening number was very Lost in Space.
Bambi 2. Direct to video. Yep, that's what he did.
Do you think the deer dies at the end of Bambi 2?
I hope so.
Do you think Bambi dies in Bambi 2? Bambi becomes the mother?
I think Bambi is like a dad, probably. Bambi's a boy. Bambi's a boy.
Is a boy?
Yeah, have you seen Bambi? It's a boy.
Yeah, they shoot the dog at the end.
That's Old Yeller.
Yeah. Old Yeller was definitely a boy. Old Yeller's the best female bitch I've ever had.
This movie is like actually a lot deeper than I thought as a kid. It's really about like marriage, husband and wife dynamics. Like he is so threatened by her success that he has just shut down and given up on life.
Isn't that funny?
He's addicted to the TV.
That's something that kids don't
really
register. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, this is for the older people too.
Yeah.
So that's why I still enjoyed it. The husband and wife dynamic was
Yeah.
great. It was a little forced and like, what the hell is that girl doing with him? And the reason, and they were in love before. He was a better man. He was,
he had dreams and aspirations, but he let
Yeah.
them go, and she still succeeded despite that.
Yeah.
And so he, just got into a rut and just opened the can, man.
Sorry. I just...
Swig a beer for the non-working man.
No. It's Canada Dry.
And
wanted to be quiet. To be quiet, and instead of doing that, I made like the most noise ever. That's just like when you're in a public restroom and you try not to make noise while you shit. And that makes it like that's the more noise. That's the most noise possible when you're trying. Anyway, you know what?
But he had to go through like a journey. He had to find himself as a man in order to save his marriage.
How about the long version
like
of
that.
Stairway to Heaven?
I like that. Yeah.
But I didn't get any of that because I didn't. As a kid, I was like, I had no sympathy for the wife at all. I was like, why she got to break the fucking TV?
Yeah, why is she just on him? So
he's
trying to watch the game.
Let the guy watch the game. It's double overtime.
But now I watch it and I'm like, she's right,
dude.
This guy's a fucking
turn
loser.
off the TV.
Yeah.
If it was Zorro, he would be like, but this is the best part, wife.
Yeah. His kids left so that they could have a romantic weekend.
Yeah.
He should have taken her and just boned the shit out of her. That's what she wanted. Like I really picked up on some sexual vibes watching this.
Absolutely.
Like she totally wanted to get nailed by John Ritter.
He was a flaccid man. They probably haven't had sex in 4 years.
You got the sword thing. That could be like a metaphor for his dick. He has a sword fight.
It's a wobbly sword. But then not a stiff sword.
He has to win a sword fight to be able to get the manhood to fuck his wife.
But
he totally fucked the shit out of her.
But he went back to the fence,
after.
which is a flaccid sword. As far as swords go, it's the most flaccid of the sword. Do you think that's the conscious choice? It's like he should have become like a bow staff warrior and taught that at the end instead of fencing.
A bow staff.
Well, something that's phallic and like strong, like bamboo.
Yeah, I mean, fencing you can translate.
That bends but doesn't break.
You use the fencing sword that's not lethal, but you could still use those skills to actually sword fight with a real blade. Like you still have the skills of movement.
No,
and parrying,
that's a fencing.
And thrusting.
Okay, Zorro's sword wasn't a fencing sword. Was it? It was just a really thin blade.
But what I'm saying is the skills of a fencer can translate to a more lethal, bigger sword.
Okay.
He has the skills. He didn't actually stab Jeffrey Jones, but it was like a metaphor. Like he defeated him with his stick.
What'd you think of
and then later he saves his wife, and then can you imagine the lovemaking that happened after they went through this ordeal? They should have touched on that.
And you know what? Then the neighbor's piece of shit dog gets sucked up.
Yeah.
So it's so actually this is a better scenario.
You get double your allowance.
Yeah. Whoever let the dog out gets loses their allowance for a week.
Yeah.
Whoever let the dog out gets to double their allowance.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
They should.
Look, I'm no John Ritter. I'm not going to pretend I'm John Ritter.
John Ritter's a treasure.
He's an absolute treasure.
I know that more now than ever.
Could you imagine if you or I went out there to try to fucking deliver that line? Cut. You're not doing it the way John does.
You're not a real dad like him.
Yeah. It's like, thanks, Dad. It felt like saying that.
Yeah.
I bet even throughout his depression, he was probably still present to his children. Like they seem pretty smart, educated, normal.
Yeah, nice kids.
So I bet his parent skills weren't compromised.
I would have liked a scene where he carries the mom up the stairs.
Yeah.
Like, kids, go hang out with your friends.
Just love that kind of moonstruck kind of scene, man.
The
with
bed.
Nicolas Cage.
That's one of my favorite scenes of all time. Son of a bitch. Where are you taking me? The bed.
Oh, how come I can't be Cher? Where are you taking me?
The bed.
Oh. Woof.
I thought, how would you compare this to Pleasantville? It's kind of the same movie.
Yeah. Better
You like this better than Pleasantville?
Yeah,
I feel
I've only seen Pleasantville
Pleasantville
like once or twice.
It's a highbrow version of this.
I remember it was
this
all
is like
black and white.
The family version of Pleasantville.
Yeah. I was a little confused about the concept of the actual Hell TV because we're watching programming. What's the plot point here? He sells his soul for an awesome cable package and a 44-inch screen and 666 channels.
The programming is to entertain Satan himself.
Right.
So he buys this, but he's only buying it because it's going to suck him into hell to be part of the programming to entertain Satan himself.
Right.
But if he can survive
24
hours, he gets to go back.
So I'm confused in that, like, it's a lot of shows, a lot of programming. Like, we're the 30-something to life guys, like, they were sucked into the programming and they're just kind of used to it, and they're making the best of it.
Yeah, clashes with the bars.
Yeah, that's so great. Like, you hide your emotions. That's why you think that. Like, no, I don't. Yes, you do.
Hey, what do you think? What do you think of this?
What do you think of this color?
Clashes
with the bars. 30-something to life. That was the best parody by far.
This movie,
wouldn't you agree? So a lot of these parodies were pretty shitty.
That
was the best
probably
one.
one of my favorite ones.
That was the best
written. Kind of run through them, but this would kind of funny. I wonder if they pitched this. Let's make a movie where a guy's in like a Hell TV satellite dish.
Yeah.
And then it'll give us a chance to make Saturday Night Live-esque parodies throughout.
Yeah, like, I love it. Yeah, I know, because that's why I liked this movie so much, all the different parodies.
Yeah. Let's run through the parodies.
Yeah.
3 Men and Rosemary's Baby.
Great. That's
funny.
Good. That's funny. And that was a quick one.
I liked Sadistic Hidden Videos.
Yeah. That was a long one. And that was funny.
One, but
because
it was really
this woman was devastated. But that's
that
when
her husband had died.
See that camera over there? We're sorry. Are you the husband of Mel Tomlinson? Yes. He's dead.
Oh God! The lady was great. Oh, and you're Bob.
You're
Bob.
So she was sucked into this that character, right?
She could be like a devil.
Like, are there also actors in the programming, or are all the actors participants?
Or maybe if you don't,
because she was comfortable with her surroundings,
Yeah, maybe some of the people there are damned, kind of like Eugene Levy.
Right.
Like, you can't come back to the real world.
And then he becomes a player in one of the channels.
If you call like Lord Satan your Lord and Savior of the underworld and like submit to him, maybe he's like, well, you could at least be on Sadistic Hidden Video instead of like getting hot pokers up your ass in hell.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe they're like servants of Satan. Just kind of like
and the way Eugene Levy acted was like, no, not again. Don't send me down there again. Come on. So
he worked his way back up here.
Okay, who is the USC intern? How the hell did he get that internship?
Like, did he die, or he just sold his soul for the internship? Maybe they put an ad in like the USC like
that was definitely a knock on
newspaper.
USC.
Yeah, and like I was gonna ask you, like, would you take that internship as a former film student?
Fuck yeah! Are you kidding me? Knowing that I would be in charge,
you could get Spike's parking space.
It took him less than 24 hours to run that place. He was in charge by the end of the show.
Is that guy dead or alive?
And it was an only 24-hour period.
Is he dead or alive?
I'm going to say
they say
dead.
Eugene Levy's dead.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So so he was a film student. He died, and they're like, "You're dead. You went to hell."
Right.
But you've got a good background. We're gonna give you an internship.
Love it.
Yeah,
they should have made that clearer. I think.
Yeah.
Because that's something I would have gotten as a kid and thought, "Oh, cool," But I just assumed like this was in some warehouse in like Fountain Valley, and he was literally doing an internship or something like that.
Yeah. You know what I was gonna say? I thought the special effects were actually pretty good for the time period.
Yeah, me too.
Sucking in
was great. That was good Photoshop.
Effect was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Other parodies. You Can't Win, the game show.
Yeah.
That was really a good tool to get down into the nitty gritty of their relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Always love that. Just bright colors. Great, creepy host.
Yeah.
And I like that dichotomy because they're in misery, but like the set is so fun and friendly, and the studio audience is having such a great time. Like nothing bad happens in like game shows in the 70s.
Yeah. There's the wrestling match with Captain Lou Albano basically playing himself.
Nailed it.
They totally use that Spaceball hair bit. Like they rip off a piece of her hair and she's like, my hair. And then she becomes a total badass and wins the wrestling match.
Same line.
Same.
You shot my hair.
Yeah. Autopsies of the Rich and Famous.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Great. But
Max,
that show is similar to shows that are on programming right now.
Yeah. I've seen that show. Max Hell, the ad. So it was like Maxwell.
That was dumb. That was very dumb. That
wasn't very good. Northern Overexposure.
Great.
Yeah.
Loved it.
30-something to Life.
Northern Overexposure was the channel that they were
on.
They
but
jumped from the game show to Northern Overexposure.
Yeah, they're like, welcome to Northern Overexposure, where a Jewish doctor from the city comes to the Great White North and freezes. Annoys everybody and then freezes to death.
That was great because that helped move the story.
Yeah.
Because now we see, although they made it. Well, we'll get to the animated one later, I guess.
Silencer of the Lambs. That was kind of funny. It was like a B sketch.
Yeah, that one went after. That was in a changing channel segment.
Yeah,
and that was after 30-something to Life, and so I didn't like it as much.
Meet the Mansons.
Because like after 30-something to Life, I was like, oh man, you can't beat that.
Meet the Mansons. That's where the kid sees that his bike is on the TV.
Yeah.
Then the cartoon.
And that was like a Leave It to Beaver kind of a thing, right?
Then the cartoon. The cartoon actually went into production before they shot anything, and it was supervised by Chuck Jones.
Cartoon, really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. The cartoon is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Best executed. And I just love that it's so on the nose that it's like, okay, kid, we're in this channel here. She's like, I can't believe our son, and then says the name. We're never going to see them again. And then she actually, so on the nose that she takes out a picture of the kids. It's like the kid doesn't fucking get it. You know, he's a smart boy.
And then he has to convince his dumb sister.
She was
talks like Darlene from Roseanne.
She's terrible.
She has the same voice as Darlene from Roseanne.
I thought she was so cute though.
Darlene or the girl?
Huh? Oh, the girl in this.
She's all right.
You didn't? No, she wasn't your type.
I'm more of a Darlene guy.
Okay. Can you get arrested for saying shit like that if you're describing yourself as the same age? She was older than us. You know?
Yeah, well, now she's probably like 40 something. So I think you're okay.
Yeah.
The next two I thought were pretty short, but I thought they were really funny. Different Strokes with the two guys that are like, I can't feel my arm.
God damn it. We're still alive? I can't believe it.
And then after that was My Three Sons of Bitches.
That was great.
Yeah. And then Dwayne's Underworld.
Yeah. That was my favorite back in the day, but
it didn't really hold up.
Didn't hold up. Yeah.
But the guy that plays Garth was
better than
close.
Wayne. Yeah.
Wayne was
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
remember laughing at I could hurl like it was actually Garth.
Yeah.
Like when I would quote Garth, I would go to that was my
Dwayne's
go-to.
Underworld.
Yeah, the Dwayne's Underworld.
Yeah, I thought I never picked up on it earlier, but I didn't realize that they were saying excrement instead of excellent. Did you notice that? They were like excrement.
Really? No, I didn't.
Yeah, I never noticed
no
that
way.
At first, but then
when
I watched it last night, I was like, they were like excrement.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I always thought like when he had the symbols for a phrase, like categories. Mm-hmm. I worship Satin.
Satin.
I always thought that it was interchangeable. Like, no, Mom, you can call the devil Satin. I really thought that.
Your mom was like, "No, Mike.
No, it's just Satan.
It's Satan. No, it's also Satin.
It's interchangeable, Mom. It's the 90s. Okay,
Mom, you ignorant slut.
Mom,
you don't know anything.
Just stop touching Dad's penis. Okay, I'm already here. That's gross.
Then there's the film noir thing that really moves along the plot.
That's
where he kind of grows his balls.
Pretty good.
He grows his balls.
That was pretty solid. That was a great scene.
Yeah,
I would say. And then you got the neighbor, the old guy whose wife finally died
Murray
within the
Seidenbaum.
confines of the show.
He
Murray
has the
Seidenbaum.
remote,
and he's never been happier.
Yeah, He learns that if you have the remote, you have the power.
So they stepped into his channel, basically.
Yeah.
And the ending of the show is they're out to get his blood and take over his club.
Yeah.
So he's a marked man in this show.
Yeah.
And he knows it.
He should have just gotten out of there.
He should have gotten out of that. But instead, he gets shot and dies. And gives them the remote.
Yep. The exorcisist.
Yeah. Again, another example of who is the lead, Jane Fonda thing.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that a devil? Like, is that like a servant to the devil? Is that someone that was sucked in as a human?
I think she's like a servant to the devil, and like one of her friends, when she was like, feel the burn and she blows up,
was a contestant.
That was a contestant.
Great. This is a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yogi Beer.
I just feel like we had good taste as children.
Yeah. Get me. I thought the Yogi Beer was funny, even as a kid.
Give me a beer,
babe.
Attaboy.
That's my boy.
That's my boy. Give me a beer, babe. But they still put in the disclaimer, there's no alcohol, but...
Home shoplifting channel.
Yeah.
And then Off with His Head, the French Revolution scene where
we always wanted to go to Paris.
He wins the 24-hour thing, but then they're like, oh, we only had a contract for one person.
Not bad.
So he gets saved, but then he's like, you know what? I got to go save my wife.
Right.
Because she wants to fuck after this.
And he did.
He did.
And that he did.
He did. Then there's the 310 to Yuma parody.
Wait, we're missing something. What goes into the scene? Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, you kind of jumped ahead on the French Revolution a little bit there. That was great. That was awesome. The whole beheading, setting up to that.
And then
how they're caught, and the one dude's like, and you did?
I would have given you
because he's dressed like a woman.
chocolates.
I would have given you chocolates. You dick. I brought it back to that just so I could say that line, and you have to jump on it and say it for me.
Sorry, I said a line that was in the movie we're talking about.
Anyway.
It's not like you came up with it, dude.
I would have given you chocolates. He was in love with John Ritter as a French woman.
Yeah. So then they do
during the French Revolution.
The train coming to hit the wife. Then Spike announces on HV1 that she's been kidnapped.
Yes.
Then
so husband is out. John Ritter is out.
But then he puts himself
watching this
back in
with his children.
With his children, yeah.
Of the wife tied to explosives. Like she's tied on a train track with dynamite.
Yeah.
It's like, then they're going to blow me up after they hit me with a fucking train? Roy!
He comes back in, and then he has a shootout with Spike.
Yeah.
And then he gets hit in the remote, much like he got hit in the prune.
In the prune and problem child!
Yeah.
I wrote that down too.
Like, do you think he, at the time that he read the script, he was like, but I just got hit by a prune?
He probably had that. It might make the scene better if I get hit with something unexpected.
It's kind of my thing. I really did it well with the prune.
He did it well with the prune. He didn't do it well here. Sorry, this is my only critique on John Ritter's performance because his reaction was as if he planned that. And there's no way you're just going to... He just put the remote in his pocket.
Yeah.
It was a coincidence that it hit it. It wasn't his strategy.
Yeah. So then he goes into the Star Trek The Next Generation spoof.
That was hilarious.
That was funny.
That was a laugh out loud moment. The way he reacts.
Doesn't he go like, holy Shatner or something?
I think so.
He becomes a crash test dummy.
Yeah, that's kind of a throwaway.
Plays hockey.
Throwaway.
Driving over Miss Daisy.
No throwaway there.
Especially when he backs over her, too.
Yeah. Driving over Miss Daisy.
And then the Awesome Three's Company part.
Great.
I just love how they're like, where have you been?
Yeah, and I got it
and
when
he just yells like, oh, God.
Yeah. I remember thinking I was really smart when I saw that because I got the reference. I was like, oh, he was in that show.
Yeah, no, because
as a kid,
I actually watched that show because I loved the theme song.
Come on, knock on my door. Come on, knock on my door.
Could be the best TV theme song ever.
I guess it's up there. Because like the one that gets stuck in my head the most, of course, is Saved by the Bell. Not a good song.
Oh,
Not
I
a
like
good
that song.
I like it, and it's catchy, but it's like, if you think about it, it's like, it's a pretty shitty song.
What's so shitty about it?
When I wake up in the morning and the lights on, and I think I'm gonna make it on time. By the time I grab my books and yeah, it's a great song. I take it all back.
Dick. You dick.
You know what?
Trying
There's
to
your
disparage that song.
All right, there's your answer. That's the best television show theme.
Nah, Come on, Knock on Our Door. I like that better. Come on, Knock on Our Door is like so unique sounding.
What about 6 Feet Under? Clicking, 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 clicking. That was boring. I always switch fast.
I wouldn't really like count instrumental ones.
Yeah, you're right. Words. It's got to be like a jingle.
Yeah. So then he has a sword fight with Spike. Then they make it into the Salt and Pepper Start Me Up video.
Yeah, I was going to ask what you thought about this. I didn't like this.
When I was a kid, I loved Salt and Pepper, and then it made me think of me being like a chubby, like 9-year-old kid being like, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. I was like singing that all the time.
Your dad's or the like, part, Brian, put that away.
Or the part where there's that one song, the Shoop-a-Doop song, where it's like, want to thank your mother for a butt like that.
I would always say, I would always say
all the time.
A body like Arnold with the Denzel face. I would just sing that out loud.
There's all these like young boys singing these like sexual songs.
Sex you up, and they're referring to a man. They would just do
Sex You Up was Color Me Bad.
Oh, shit.
That's guys talking about women.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a manly.
I'm such an idiot, and I just discovered what OPP meant, man.
I used to think it was other people's property, and only recently did I realize it's other people's pussy.
I thought it's officially other people's property.
No, it's other people's pussy.
Oh. So that's even more like cheating.
Listen to the lyrics.
It's a song that encourages cheating, fucking
about
around.
Other people's pussy.
We're just 8-year-old kids going, I'm down with OPP. You got it. Yeah. It was marketed for white kids.
Other people's pussy.
Other people's pussy. Yeah. What does OPP mean? Oreos put people. Fuck. I'm never good at that. I shouldn't try doing the acronym thing. Ever. It never goes over well. Like, those are 3 funny acronyms.
Or you're trying
Oreo
to do something about
puts
Oreo?
People. I came up with Oreo puts people. Okay? What's like a kid OPP?
I don't
Come on, you don't know what it means?
Oreos, pets, and pussy.
Problems. Oreos. Oh, okay. See, but there's no cheating involved. Oreos,
pets, and pussy.
That's all that goes down in your house, man.
Oreos, pets, and popcorn.
Oreos, pets, and problems.
Yeah. And then that's the end. He saves his wife. He starts a fencing school.
Yeah.
He plows her.
Now, was he doing the fencing part-time, do you think, or was that his full-time job? You can't. How much
said
does that
it was
make?
like the Naval Fencing Academy.
Wow.
I mean,
so it became a prestigious academy.
If she brings home most of the money, which she did, I mean, he was just like a door-to-door plumbing salesman. Like, how much is he really clearing?
I felt bad for the door-to-door plumbing salesman. Watching, like, they were watching this movie. Like, I thought, like, they go into it like in a good mood, Like they're like, you know what? My life's not too bad. This movie is like, you fucking plumbing salesman, you idiot.
It's not like that, guys.
Oh,
my life's actually better than that.
Well, if you're the best plumbing salesman, it all depends on how much you make.
Yeah, he had no passion for the
no,
business.
it all depends on how good you are at it. You could make $80,000 a year.
Yeah, if you're passionate about what you do. That's what this movie's about.
Passion.
You got to be passionate about what you do.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Great movie, man.
Yeah.
I actually liked it more.
I was going to give this a 7.2.
What are we doing? Out of 8?
Out of 10?
Oh.
But you know what? I'm going to give it an 8.2.
8.2? Shit. Because I was going to give it like a 7.5. I'm going to give it
I changed my mind after talking about it with you, because now that I've talked about it out loud, I like it even more.
Me too. Actually, that's exactly because after watching it, I was like, yeah, that was great, but still like a B minus, C plus kind of a thing. But now I want to put it in like it meant a lot to me. I rented it all the time, and it's like a fun freaking movie.
Yeah.
It still gets laugh out louds. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Cool.
9 out of 10.
Good for you.
You're such an asshole.
Fun facts.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Oh.
Fun facts. This was a bomb.
Yeah. And
Cost,
poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
Cost $25 million.
Only made 10, right?
Made 10.
Yeah, I remembered that figure.
Tim Burton was offered to direct, but he did Batman Returns instead.
I don't
think
know.
He wouldn't have done it anyway.
Well, I don't think it would have been a better movie if he would have.
Yeah, he would have changed like the aesthetic of it. Probably.
Yeah, and it would feel like a Tim Burton movie.
Dan Aykroyd was originally they originally wanted him to play Roy.
Maybe. Oh, that would be.
I think.
No way.
He's not as likable.
No, not at all.
Like Dan Aykroyd's almost always a dick.
Yeah, he has to be.
He's the guy in Great Outdoors.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because that character was insanely good because he was kind of playing him himself, I guess. But that's what I was just going back to. Like even when he's a likable character, he's not because he's always the Great Outdoors guy. John Candy, on the other hand, that is a likable motherfucker.
It would have worked with John Candy in the role.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably couldn't do as many stunts.
They wouldn't have been
or
able.
Fence.
They'd have a gag where like they try to suck him in and they can't do it the first time, so it takes like 2 things to suck him in.
Yeah, they kind of did that with Roy when he jumped into the hole in the northern overexposure part. He got stuck.
Yeah. But that wasn't a fat joke though.
He did say something about like
so that was written for
all the junk food he was eating.
Oh.
Because if at the beginning when they show him watching food, he's got like chips, Twinkies, all next to his TV chair.
True.
And for someone that loves TV, his TV was pretty shitty.
Every TV was shitty back then.
But it was small for back then.
Yeah, it was.
It
and
was
I guess,
like the TV I had in my bedroom.
I wonder if because they made the television prop, right? And it's not that impressive. It's only 44 inches. So I wonder if they have to kind of dumb it down because there's no way the script said a 44-inch television. That's not all that impressive. Yeah. It's not even a big screen.
No, I was talking about his original TV.
So they had to get him an even smaller TV just for the contrast. By comparison.
Correct. Yeah.
Because you're right, it wasn't all that great of a TV.
But back then, like a 30-inch TV was a good size.
My family
TV.
had one.
Yeah. We had a Sony Trinitron, I remember.
Was it one of the ones that it was a big screen and it was just a flat screen, right? And then it had 3 colors. It had a red, a blue, and a green, and it was usually came out of a drawer.
No, I didn't have anything like that.
Me neither. But those were really cool.
We didn't get fancy until flat screens came into vogue.
Oh yeah. That was a flat screen, though, because it was just a projector.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am Ryan the Muffler Bruckner, and I don't have a whole lot to say about Ric Flair. There's not a whole lot more about the way I feel about Ric Flair. No respect. No honor. There is no honor among thieves in the first place. He put hard times on Dusty Rhodes and his family. You don't know what hard times are, Daddy. Hard times are when the textile workers in this country are out of work. They got 4 or 5 kids and they can't pay their wages, can't buy their food. Hard times are when the auto workers are out of work and they tell them go home. And hard times are when a man has worked at a job for 30 years. 30 years! And they give him a watch and kick him in the butt and they say, hey, a computer took your place, Daddy. That's hard times. That's hard times. And Ric Flair, you put hard times on this country by taking Dusty Rhodes out. That's hard times. And we all had hard times together. And I admit, I don't look like an athlete or an athlete of the day is supposed to look. My belly's just a little big. My honey's just a little big. But brother, I am bad. And they know I'm bad.
And I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan saying there are moments in our life that transcend our fate.